Hello, Chords and Notes Nation. Coming back at you with another video tonight. I hope everyone's doing well. Got some positive responses on the children in adversity topic. Some suggestions that I will be pursuing. I've got a handful of songs that I think will fit this playlist as well. So there's going to be quite a few songs that are going to relate to this topic, and it is such an important topic because a lot of the problems that we have in this world, in our society, people are looking for answers. And why do people do what they do? Why is there so much crime, and why do we have such a large prison population for such a free country? And things along those lines. But ultimately what it comes down to is each and every one of us, we were children at one time or another, and we all had different sets of parents, and with that, different parenting styles. And part of the diversity, both the positive and the negative out there, can be traced back to that parenting. Now, that's not to lay all the blame and all the praise on the parents, but when you're talking about a foundation, this is where you start. And so the next song in this series of songs dealing with the adversity that young people deal with is called The Pass by Rush. And a lot of the Rush fans will know what this song is and what it's about, and many of you probably don't. So it was released on the Presto album, which was 1989, and it was during a time when there was an epidemic of kids committing suicide, certainly within the United States, and I don't remember if it was a worldwide phenomenon or what, but as Rush always does, they took a very strong, they took their position as an influential band, and they took a very sensitive subject and addressed it in a very responsible way. I love how this song doesn't preach, but it offers hope. And let's listen to it, and then we'll get a little bit more into reaction. The Pass. After the ad, which I'll be able to skip in 7 seconds. Here we go.
Waiting
Yeah, really powerful song. Okay, so I'm gonna I guess comment a little bit on the lyrics as we go through it. Um, because they are so important. Here's what I love about this song is the fact that it's, like I said at the outset, it's it's understanding your role as an idol or as an influential band, and taking the time to put some thought and sensitivity into a subject that, well, that's such a deep subject, isn't it? I mean, it doesn't get any more adverse than that. And nobody ever wants to see anyone extinguish their own light because of hopelessness or any reason for that matter. But yet, when a child does it of any age, it hurts that much more. Um, so proud swagger out of the schoolyard. Teenager coming out of school, you're done. Life is in front of you. You made it, right? You've got this swagger. This is, you're waiting for the world's applause. Here I come. You're a rebel. You don't have a conscience. You're a martyr, but you don't have a cause, right? Static on your frequency, electrical storm in your veins. Got all that energy coming. You're new to this world here. You're ready to roll. You're raging at some sort of unreachable glory. But at the same time, you're straining against invisible chains that are holding you back. What is that? I remember feeling like that. Teenager, high school. The world's in front of me, but I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. No ambition. Well, I had ambition, but I didn't have a direction for it at the time. I think that speaks to all of us. It really does. It does a really good job of identifying who we are. That we all experience this at some level or another. And now you're trembling on a rocky ledge, emotionally here. You're staring down into a heartless sea. Yeah, life is heartless, isn't it? You start learning real quick. Some of us can't face life on a razor's edge. Nothing is what you thought it would be. Man, there's nothing more in your face than that feeling, right? Here you come ready to enter the adult world with ideas and thoughts and energy, and you think you know what's what, and next thing you know is life slaps you right in the face, right? Yeah, there's nothing there that you know. This is the part that I like the most. All of us get lost in the darkness. But dreamers learn to steer by the stars, just like in Everyday Glory. Okay, with the starless night, it's the same thing. We learn, we dream by what's out there, what can be. All of us do time in the gutter, that's for sure. And dreamers turn to look at the cars. Turn around and turn around and turn around. Turn around and walk that razor's edge. Don't turn your back and slam the door on me. Because there's people out there that care, and you don't want to slam the door on them. It's yeah, we all feel that way, but when we're feeling that way, it's hard to accept the fact that that's a feeling everyone can relate to at one point or another in their life. And so you do feel alone. You feel like nobody cares, nobody's listening to you. And it can be very disheartening. Very, very disheartening. It's not as if this barricade, whatever it is, it's not as if this barricade blocks the only road. Yeah, the only road in life. Again, you know, you don't ever want to seek a permanent solution for a temporary problem. And yet in those moments when life, you're on that edge, it feels like this is the only road and it's blocked and I can't go anywhere and I can't get anywhere. It's not as if you're all alone in wanting to explode. Someone set a bad example, made surrender seem all right, the act of a noble warrior who lost the will to fight. Yeah. You live long enough in this life and you'll see this stuff around you. And unfortunately, some of us know people that have gone down that road and never come back. And when it happens to a child, it's crushing. It's absolutely crushing. Anyone, but there's just something about it. When it's a child that makes it so much different. But that's why kids relate to music really well, because I think music, when it's done responsibly, well, music obviously the energy, the words, they're all reflections of our inner selves, and they're expressions that we live vicariously through that music, don't we? Well, I can't write like that, and I can't, if I could, this is certainly how I would write, or the music. If this music makes me feel a certain way, or if I were to express music, this is how it would be. So there's that connection. There's that vicarious connection there, and what I love about what Rush did is they understood that, and they were very sensitive about this subject, and they brought it to light in a wonderfully written, orchestrated song. It was composed just brilliantly. It's one of my all-time favorites. Anytime music is pure and true and can speak truth without speaking down to you, it's good. It's something that needs to be celebrated, and that's why this belongs in the playlist Children in Adversity, because it does deal with the worst kind of adversity for children, I think. Yeah, and then it goes on after the instrumental and it says there's no hero in your tragedy. I mean, we don't. This whole the drama part of it. You're not a hero if you do this. There's no daring in your escape from life. There's no drama here. Nobody's going to salute you for your surrender, and there's nothing noble in your fate, in what you're doing. So, what have you done? Don't go down that road. There's no coming back from it. There's plenty of people that want to help, and plenty of people that will help. And just as this song says, we all get lost in the darkness. We all do time in the gutter. But we need to turn to other things outside of ourselves to help us get through. And sometimes it's music, faith, your belief in God, wherever the case may be. There's something more, and you never want to take something temporary and make it permanent. So, all right, that is Rush, The Pass, and that is song 4 of the Children in Adversity series. Talk to you again.